G'day there, it's Friday morning, new day, new vlog, new camera, and trying it all out, seeing how the sound works in particular on this thing is what I'm most interested in myself. So off to work now, and it's looking to be an absolute cracker of a day in Wellington. So I'm going to be getting out and taking a bit of a long walk at lunchtime, I think.
Brian Little.
You could be famous. Don't mean to make you famous.
Yeah, let's be famous. Hello internet. My name's Tyler. I'm famous now. Thank you very much. Good to see you all.
Thank you.
Good day.
I know I've had too much coffee today, but I'm going for another one because, well, I want to, really.
Never have too much coffee.
Exactly. This is a girl that understands coffee. And it's such a bloody
Nice
good day
day for
today.
it. Exactly.
It is, it's a fantastic day.
Yeah.
I thought it only fair to give a bit of a quick warning before I do this review of the RX100 is that I suck at tech reviews. So this is just a real quick overview, my impressions of it. If you want more information, there are heaps and heaps of places out there on the web that you can go to and get real deep technical drill downs on it. That's not what I'm going to do. It's just things I've seen and found and what I like and don't like, and that's about it.
Brian Little.
Hey there, I've been out playing today a bit more with the RX100 Mark V and learnt a few more things about it. One of the first things I've picked up is if you use the automatic wind noise reduction built into the camera, your audio is going to sound like this. Or you might prefer it to sound like this, in which case turn the noise reduction in the camera off, which is by default, and just do your noise reduction if you need it in Final Cut or in Premiere or Resolve or wherever it is that you're working. So I've been playing with the RX100 for a few days now and thought I could give a bit of a review based on some of the tech specs that you can honestly read in most places, but just a quick summary of it and some of my thoughts on the things that I've seen. Obviously the primary thing with it is it shoots in 4K and does a very, very good job of that. It's pretty much an expectation that a lot of cameras would shoot that any new camera now will shoot in 4K or have some capacity for it, though not all of them are doing that yet. So it is a limited time span that you can shoot in 4K for, but as you're going to hear me say quite a lot during this, it is still something fairly impressive for a small point and click format camera to have. The other obvious thing with the RX series is the flip up screen, so it makes it a very, very good camera for vlogging with. It's lightweight, easily portable, all that sort of good thing. Shoots an absolutely brilliant picture, and with the flip-up screen, it just makes it a near-perfect vlogging camera. So a lot of YouTubers are heading towards it very, very quickly, of course. The next thing that really stands out with the RX100 Mark V is the 960 frames per second shooting. Now, technology-wise, in a camera this size, it surpasses most DSLRs and video cameras straight off the bat. It's very, very impressive technology. It is a bit of a gimmick. As good as it is, I mean, where do you practically use 960 frame shooting? That's a question that's come up quite often, and frankly, I'm not entirely sure. It's not exactly like you're going to go shooting a high budget film or anything. And what is going to do is it's going to let low budget filmmakers have a new look at things that they see in a very different light. I can very quickly see the dramatic type of shot that you get in a short film, like a candle burning or somebody lighting a match or water dripping into a glass or something, is suddenly going to be able to be shot by people who didn't have this tool before with much more emotional effect. That, I think, is the kind of thing you're going to see people experimenting with a lot more. It's going to be able to show audiences a new way of looking at the world using a new technology, and then distributing that on new platforms like YouTube, etc. The next thing about the camera, the Zeiss lens on the front of it, it's a very, very small and fixed lens, but damn, it's good. The very flexible 2470 zoom, combined with the f1.8, just gives beautiful, sharp, crisp images. And while I'm not normally a big fan of electronic lenses, anyone who's seen me shoot will know that I use the A7 body with manual lenses all the time. It's just quick, I can get exactly what I want. The speed of the autofocus, which is 0.05 of a second in this thing, combined with that very fast f1.8 and frankly an incredible sensor, has the potential to make this a very good sports camera, especially when you look at the high burst mode for the 20 megapixel images. I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly what this can pull out of the box when I do a next fight night, which is coming up in a few weeks. There is the focus ring on it, so you can manual focus as well. It's a small focus ring, it's a small camera, but it's there. If you are using this for short films, competition pieces, then you do have that ability to pull focus using that. The camera will do it, the technology in it is awesome. It's the sort of thing that you couldn't do with a point and click with sort of infinite focus in years gone past. It just gives you that extra tool out of the box. Price wise is something people always come up with. Now this is US dollar sub 1000 camera, around 1500 New Zealand dollars. Now that it is quite pricey on the point and click side of the force. Normally a lot of people are used to spending $150, $200, something like that for a point and click type format camera, and they'd look at this one and think, holy god, why the hell is that one so expensive when I just want something I can shove in my pocket? The short answer is this is a hell of a lot more than a point and click camera. It's small, it's portable, it's got all those point and click benefits, like being able to just shove it in your pocket safely, the auto lens cap and that sort of thing. But it is so much more than a point and click camera. There's everything that is in here matches up with the A7 that I've got easily, for all intents and purposes. Of course, having being fixed lens and that sort of thing, it is a different camera, it is a different beast, and it's not going to replace the A7S, I should point that one out, but it's certainly going to complement it, and it definitely fills the gap between the A7 type cameras and the point and click type cameras without being a big bulky body that pretends to be a full frame DSLR. Microphones, I've already gone on and on about microphones in this thing over the last few vlogs and things. Suffice to say, it's not a fantastic microphone, but it is very, very good. It's sort of sits quite nicely between the GoPro, which is does have a good mic on board. I don't care how much people whinge about it. It does have good microphones on board, but they're not fantastic, they're not great, it's not something you really want to use in production. So it's halfway between that and having the Rode Video micro mic plugged in. Of course, the common downside with the RX100 series is there is no microphone input port. With all of the commentary on that, I'd be surprised if Sony don't put it in the Mark 6. But there's enough on that. I do recommend getting some sort of windsock, wind killer, or similar thing to go on the RX100. There's an English company called Micro Muff, which seems to be the thing of choice to get. They are a bit pricey, however, for what they are, just a couple of small centimeters of audio fluff. I'm going to go and do something that most people do, which is try and make one myself, and then when I completely fail at that one, then I'll go buy it anyway. It's just going to happen. I'm honest enough about that. In most cases where I might feel the need for actually pulling out a directional microphone in particular, I'd probably grab out the A7S or have the Blackmagics around anyway. It's very seldom that a directionality for a microphone is going to make much of a difference with this, to be honest. So that's pretty much all. Oh, one more thing, and it's very easy to forget that this fantastic little piece of kit also takes still photos. There's a lot of people I've noticed in other reviews and articles written up, they almost completely forget to mention the fact that it's taking fantastic 20 megapixel, 20.1 megapixel photographs. A burst mode in particular is something I really want to try out doing sports photography with. I think I'm going to have some great fun doing that, and also some great fun with the really fast slow-mo in the boxing ring and the MMA fights as well. So that's all I've got for that. I'm not a particularly tech review kind of person, so I'm not going to go on a lot more than this, and there are a million other people on YouTube giving you a hell of a lot more detail into the finer nitty-gritty technical bits and pieces. The main thing for me is those are the basic features. This is a fantastic little camera. I'm going to be using it a lot, I can see. The one small gripe I've got is the same kind of thing with the GoPro, in that it is a small camera, and if you're hand holding it, it is a bit shaky. It does have very good auto stabilization in it. I'm going to be playing with that a little bit more. I've also got myself a Joby Gorilla Pod, which I'm going to... I've been resisting getting one of those because every other person doing YouTube channels has gone and copied KC Neistat and got a Gorilla Pod and is doing that thing. But I have to finally admit to myself, I think the reason he does that is that it works, and it works really well, so I think I might just have to give in and do that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope it's been quite useful to you. I'm certainly not going to be giving up on the A7S or the GoPro with this thing, but it's going to fill up a big gap between those that was being a bit frustrating. I'm going to try and get out over the next few days and get some side-by-side footage with the A7S, the GoPro, probably the iPhone, and maybe even the Blackmagic as well, just for giggles, and of course the drones. So we'll see what we can come up with and have a look at the variation between the photos and how different they are and how close they are. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been useful. Click on subscribe, like, leave a comment. Tell me any experiences you've had with the RX series or any other competing cameras, and have a good weekend.
My body and soul when I space travel, reason to a peace and the beauty of life unravel before my eyes, and I'm surprised there's no lies to be told.